Hello, everyone. I'm Trey,
And I'm Scott.
and welcome back to another episode of 8 Bits and Pieces. This week, we're back with part 2 of our Destiny fan casting. So, strap in, Guardians, because we're back for another one. Oh, good. I don't know. Whatever. We're going with it. We can do another one if we feel it. Okay, great.
Oh, fine.
That's fine. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
It's been a hot second. I feel like every time we say like life is slowing down, it feels like it just picks right back up.
But I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happens.
I know we've been on this like good every other week schedule, and I'm really hoping that we can get back to weekly. But we still have at least been consistent with every other week, which is kind of nice.
What's wild is I know that you're getting ready to go to Japan. Mm-hmm. And I know we got to get ahead of ourselves for that. But I think that's actually what's going to set us on track. So it took you going on a vacation for us to kind of get back on track.
Get back to normal is me leaving.
Exactly. Because then it's like, we've got to record more. And so I feel like, I think once you get back, you'll have your time to get through like the jet lag and all that stuff. And then,
I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll have 2 weeks or a few weeks of content, hopefully, because who knows when I'll be recalibrated and back to normal.
I mean, otherwise I'll just come on here and talk to myself. I could probably have a full conversation with myself, y'all. Let's be honest.
You really could. You could be like, what did you think of that? Well, I thought about this.
I just won't take my ADHD meds that week.
There you go.
And I'll be fine.
I mean, you probably, yeah. You can probably do it.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, it's just, life keeps lifening and happening and doing the most. And so we're still here though. And, we do it for the people.
We do it for us. Like, what are we talking about? We do it for us first and foremost.
Do we?
I mean, I do.
Maybe we do.
It's like therapeutic. As even if we're talking about like nerdy weird shit that like is maybe niche to us, I still feel like it's like it's almost therapeutic. It's because we get to like talk about random shit and then it's all out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, our opinions are documented somewhere. More people with opinions on the internet.
More people, yeah, because what the interwebs need more of. Absolutely. But yeah, no, you're right. It does feel therapeutic. I think we say that all the freaking time, but it's the truth, people.
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
the freaking truth.
I think that more people should do podcasts just for like the therapy of it all.
I was trying to get my friends Heather and Rob to do it. Rob's the guy that said that was mad for us doing. I forget what he said. Anyways, I was trying to get them to do it, but he was mad that we did an episode. He was bad that I cast Martha Stewart in.
No, he didn't. You didn't cast. You said who would be survive an apocalypse.
Yeah, sorry. Who would survive?
And that is wild because that was to me your best choice.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think he's just a Martha hater. He's gonna hate that we're talking about him again, and that's what I love.
Okay. Well, let's pivot. Let's pivot back to what we're here for. Which is Destiny 2, our fan casting of the second game. Obviously, we fan cast the first one, but there's characters that obviously were added in the second game that we haven't touched on. Should we? I mean, I don't know if you have yours handy. Should we go through and do like a recap of what we cast for the original? I don't know if you have that handy. Or at least like the big three, or like maybe our Guardian and our Ghost, maybe.
I'm looking for the document.
Well, I'll go. We can just do our Guardian and our Ghost because those are like the main characters that kind of are the through line. A lot of them carry over, but for me, I chose for the Guardian, which is your main character you play as, is Amber Midthunder from Prey, incredible actress, very action forward. And then my Ghost I chose as John Cusack because I have a weird affinity for his voice. Those are mine. I'm really hoping that gave you the time you needed to find the document. If not, I can't remember. You chose somebody like very like.
Yeah, no, I know who it was that I chose for my Guardian. It was Alexander Ludwig.
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't remember who I cast as my ghost.
Reba. Just kidding.
Y'all. I can't remember who I cast the ghost, but
Damn.
it's okay. It's all right.
That's okay.
The people remember because they just listen to this.
They just repeat, like, listen to that one. Totally.
Yeah.
That's the one, like, the Destiny 1 fan casting is definitely where they.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, it's actually, surprisingly enough, it has like 20 plays on YouTube. And we don't advertise on YouTube. But it's
I don't advertise at all, but it's okay.
I mean, sometimes I'll post something on the Facebook, but like I don't that's not really advertising. But
that's social media.
Yeah,
the power of social media. I mean,
but yeah, no, we don't post anything on YouTube. I mean, we post stuff on YouTube, obviously, but I don't like say that we're on YouTube or anything. So people find it on YouTube, which is cool, and it's just like random people. Maybe I don't know who you are, but thank you. So yeah, I can't think, and I can't remember, and I'm trying to stall, and I'm looking for the document, but it's just not going to work. I can't find it. It's not on my computer. It's on my desktop.
It's fine.
So
Let's move on. I'll let you start, and we'll move on to our fan casting for Destiny 2. I don't know this order that I chose. I don't know why I chose it this way. It's just like the characters that popped into my head. So I'm gonna let you start.
Give me 1 second.
No.
All right. No. All right. So this list is not going in any kind of order. Realistically, we're just kind of going based off the characters that we thought of. So it's not like in sequential order of how they appeared in the game, just so you guys know. But yeah, so I'll start off with who I cast as Osiris. I said that weird.
And for
Osiris.
clarity, it's Osiris.
Yeah, it's Osiris. Yeah. So I kind of had to. I couldn't pick which one I thought would be better. But my first go around, I was like, I think Oscar Isaac would be able to pull it off. And then I was like, well, maybe I should try to lean more into like a gay actor, right? Like, and so then I thought like Zachary Quinto would be kind of a cool Osiris, I think, because I couldn't really think of, for whatever reason, I couldn't really think of anybody else. Those were the two that just popped in my head.
I liked. I know why you did Zachary Quinto or whatever because of the gay. Because of the gay.
He's got a case of gay.
And I think he's a fine choice. I liked Oscar Isaac a little bit more because of like the Moon Knight connection recently, and then Osiris has a lot of like in the game has a lot of Egyptian iconography as his, and his name is Osiris.
Actually, I love that. I didn't think of that.
I think of that. That's why whenever you sent that to me, I was like, oh, I like that. Like, I wanted to go with a gay character for him. I chose Oded Fair, who voices him in the game, who also, if you're familiar with the original Mummy with Brendan Fraser, he was the Medjai Egyptian guy that was trying to stop them from opening the tomb. He was also informed as Zanku. He's so hot.
I love him as an actor. Yeah,
I think his voice acting, and you really don't see Osiris without he usually has like the bandana over his mouth, and you just see his eyes, and you see a little bit of his like salt and pepper on the sides, and I think that's perfect. So I'm like, oh my god, you could keep Oded Fair. For me, actually, it was like a no-brainer.
I love it. I'm covering up the bottom half of his face and like at the bridge of his nose, and just looking at his eyes. I love it.
The bridge of his eyes even do it for me. Oof. He could get it. I'm so sorry. I do not care. That man, the Mummy. We should do an episode of the Mummy one day because it was it's like a bisexual dream. It is an incredible film. It's a piece of art. It's also a great. If you're a child, like not a child, cut that out. If you were a teenager that needed that you didn't have access to porn, great masturbation film. So sorry to everyone. Because everywhere you look is just hot.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's obviously Brendan Fraser. It was Rachel Weisz, right?
Rachel Weisz, Brendan Fraser, even the guy that plays the Mummy, even with like the half face, like he could still get It's just a really attractive cast and just an incredible movie. So yes, I kept Oded Fair the same way. I hope I'm
I
saying
love
his
it.
last name right. Oded space his last name is Fehr, Fehr. I think
Yeah.
that's correct. But no, that was my Osiris, and that's who voices him. And he just has a great voice too, and it's very, because you don't see a face. So like all of these actors have to be very good with their vocals, and I think he has a very striking, like impactful presence,
Yeah.
especially when he's speaking. And if you have like he has a mask on, it's cool to me.
I love it. I mean, obviously it's the person who voices them, but like now that I see it in my like actually see them like in front of me, it makes sense 100%.
Yeah.
So now it's only natural that we do Saint 14 next.
His robot lover, which is such a wild thing to think about. For the longest time, I didn't even realize Saint 14 was a robot, and then like there was that cutscene where his mask was off, and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
they be fucking, and he's a robot?"
I mean, maybe some of the other body parts are robotic.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I mean,
but do you think that Osiris would be the top or the bottom, or Saint would definitely be the top, right? Maybe it's like a pegging situation, like a Ken doll down there and like a peg.
It very well could be.
I'm so sorry that I'm probably ruining this for so many people.
It's okay. We're talking about like the two gay characters in the game, so it's okay at this point.
And we're also gay. It's not like we're.
We're fine.
Fine. Anyway, go ahead and go with your Saint 14.
All right. So my Saint 14, I'm gonna have to say. So I couldn't pick again. I was stuck between two people.
You love it.
So first,
you love an option.
I do. I couldn't like. And I have a lot of options in here, actually.
You really do.
So at first I was like, Luke Evans would be great. And then I was like, ooh, so would John Bernthal.
I love that you're giving one straight and one gay for all of these. That is, I love the diversity.
It's really a tough one for me. I really love that I just feel like Luke Evans could really play that part. But then Saint is really no. You know what? I'm going Luke Evans. Okay. I'm Team Luke.
Okay, yeah. He's decided during this recording. So proud of you.
I mean, I knew like I was thinking just like from Dracula Untold, like his character in that movie for some reason.
Not a great movie, but okay.
It's not a great movie, but I mean, I like him as an actor.
No, he's a great actor.
Yeah, and for the character in that movie, for whatever reason, it just stuck with me. So yeah, I'm going with Luke Evans.
I like that. I respect that. I knew it from the moment. I was like, okay, cool, perfect. Because I was like, I'm definitely going gay since I went straight with Osiris. Because I'm like, okay, Oded Fehr is straight, unfortunately. But I went with Trammell Tillman. If you're not familiar with him, he is Seth Milchick on Severance. He's just very like, I feel like he could play to those peaks and valleys of Saint 14 and do like, Saint's very like emphatic about things, and I think he could do that really well. And I wanted a gay character, so I don't know. I had to go with the diva from Severance. Have you seen Severance? Not to pivot, but
I don't have Apple TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've so you haven't. So did you Google this man?
I have not.
Take a moment. Okay. Well, you can't visualize, but I mean, it's his voice. But anyway, that's my choice. I went with him, but it was just top of mind because I just found out he was gay, and I was like, that makes so much sense. Well, it's just going to do the choreo that he does in Severance.
Very nice. I need to watch it. I do. I just need to find somebody who has Apple TV that I can use their login or something and just watch it.
I mean, you can use mine.
You already said it wouldn't be for me though. Like
this is neither here nor there, just because like I don't want to like get people to stop here. But Severance, like I loved season 1. Season 2 is kind of like fallen off a bit for me. That's my own personal issues. Not saying it's not a great show, but with your ADD, I don't know that you could sit and focus on what was happening.
I probably couldn't.
I don't think you could. So it's interesting and it's like thought provoking, but it's a slow slow start, slow build, but it's something you really can't miss even 5 minutes of. You can't look down at your phone and like I had to rewind a couple times because I did that. And I was like, fuck, what did I miss? So anyway, moving on.
All right. I mean, that's not really how it goes. It's supposed to be like,
oh yeah, I see what you're trying to do.
yeah. I was. It didn't work though. But what was funny is I was saying, all right. Like I was. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Anyways, Drifter, everybody. It was a no-brainer for me. Had to be Matthew McConaughey because I know that's who they modeled that after. Definitely just that kind of like, I don't know, cheesy swagger that Matthew McConaughey has. Like, just like, I don't know, there's something very loosey-goosey about the way he talks. And it's just, it's kind of like Drifter. I feel like it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's this. I like that Drifter, like whenever you first meet him in the game or whatever, he plays this kind of like nobody likes him. He's like this almost anti-hero esque. So he plays, and he's like not. I don't want to say goofy, but like very relaxed about the rules, very careless, very like I'm doing whatever I want.
Yeah,
very space piratey, and I think that I think that Matthew McConaughey would do a great job.
I think he
and
would.
Yes, the voice is very similar.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I did not have a choice on. Like, I was just like, there's nobody else that I could see doing that role. I was like, nope, that's it. So, yeah. What about you?
I mean, I chose Manny Jacinto. If you've ever seen The Good Place, he's in The Good Place. Also, The Acolyte. I did it because he's Asian, and I really, I find him so fucking hot. And I also was like, who would be... Because I went back and I looked at who I chose for Eris, and I was like, okay, I kind of went skewed younger with Eris, so I thought it would be weird to have this older love it, because spoiler alert, they're like love interests. So I was like, okay, I need to skew a little younger, otherwise it's going to be a little weird. So that's why I chose what I chose. Because Manny Jacinto, I wouldn't want him to do like the accent with it, because I don't feel like, but I think he plays that very like gray character well. Especially in The Acolyte, he was kind of evil, but you see how like goofy he can be in The Good Place. So I think that he's a really well-rounded actor, and I just want to look at him. So that's my own personal, preference, like popping through.
Yeah, no, I think it's an awesome choice. Kind of looking at him too, like I kind of see like something about the eyes. Now that sounds very a certain way. That sounds very a certain way, but that's not how it's meant to sound. I promise you.
It's because it's because of the depth of his eyes, and I think Drifter has that same like he's been through some shit, but there's still levity to him. And I think Manny Jacinto does that really well. Like he's very like grounded but silly. Like there's something I get what you're saying. I know what you mean. It's not because they're both Asian. Like I'm fully aware of what you mean. Manny Jacinto just has that like warmth to him, but also like
mysterious.
There's trauma in here.
Yeah, there's yeah. That's exactly what I meant. Okay, cool.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Who do we have next on our list?
We have Anna Beret.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going first?
Yeah, I mean, you've been going first. I feel like we should keep the thing.
Okay, cool. That's fine with me. So for my Anna Beret, I wanted to have somebody that was kind of young and just, I don't know, just somebody, I wanted to have somebody in this that actually played Destiny and would fit the bill. And so I was kind of doing a little bit of research, and I love Modern Family. And Sarah Hyland is also a very pretty big gamer, and she plays Destiny as well. And so that would be my choice. But plus, I kind of feel like I'm not sure how old Anna Bray actually is, but I feel like it would be a pretty good fit for me.
I could see that. I mean, I went back to my casting for Elsie, who was a stranger, and I cast Gemma Chan, so I wanted to keep that kind of sisterly look. And the only person I could think of, because I was on like a Shogun kick, was Anna Sawai.
Okay.
And she's a great, action actress. I think that she would play it really, really, really good, really well. Sorry. And I don't know, like there was just something I saw, and I was just like, no, it's got to be Anna Sawai, especially with a cast Gemma Chan. So I wanted that relationship to seem almost seamless if they did flashbacks,
Right.
being that they're sisters. So I didn't want it to be like a white lady, and then not that that's not possible,
Well, I mean,
but
the stranger is also like
an EXO. I know, but in my dream world, they have flashbacks to when they were sisters before Elsie was an EXO. So like you can see their relationship pre and post.
yeah, okay.
So like in my world, I'm thinking I want them to look like family. Not that you can't have a blended family, but
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, in my mind, I wanted to keep them. And I think that Anna Sawai and Gemma Chan are two of the most beautiful humans on this earth. And I was like, yes. And they both have done so many action movies. So for me, it just felt natural to do both of them.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good option there as well. I mean, I think there could be there could be several people that play Anna, but I think
Yeah, Anna's like a youthful, I think, because I just Googled it. I was like, how old is Anna Bray? And it says like late 20s, early 30s, potentially. So
okay.
I'm like, I think either one of ours would be great castings.
Yeah, I think so too. Awesome. The next one, I feel like it was just there's nobody else that could do that voice. Sabathun, I stuck with the fabulous Deborah Wilson because
we both did.
Yeah, there's I'm sorry. I hear that. Like I see the videos that she does and when she like roasts clan members and stuff, like what if it's from Cameo, right? Like the cameos, it's just yeah, and her voice is stupid good, and there's nobody else that could do it. I don't feel
no. There's no world. Like she has such a unique, amazing voice. So yeah, to me it was Deborah Wilson 100%, no questions. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, nope, leaving it as is. No reason to rock the boat, because I mean it's not a visual.
No, it's all
she would stay in the role of a voice actress. So perfect.
It's perfection. Yeah, so that one was really easy. If you guys picked anybody else to do that, you guys are crazy. Next one. This one. Hawthorne. Okay, so hear me out. just hear me out. All right. Like we already had a conversation about this, and apparently I thought Hawthorne had a little bit of a southern accent, y'all. I don't know why, but I felt like I don't know why, but I felt like she did. There was times where I heard her say stuff to me. Maybe I was tired. I don't know. But my first pick was Reba McEntire. Now there are a couple reasons, not just because of the southern drawl. Reba, her action days go back to like Tremors. I don't know if you've seen Tremors, but she was pretty badass in Tremors.
Oh my god!
And I mean, she knows her way around a gun. You know, I feel like there are a lot of reasons why Reba could fit the role, and
okay.
I think I'm gonna stick with Reba as Hawthorne.
I love that just for the comedy aspect, but I'm looking at a picture of Hawthorne, and she has like a face tattoos, and she has a fucking falcon. Like
I could see Reba having a falcon. I can see Reba. She probably has a pet falcon. I'm looking it up right now.
I can't tell if it's ingenious. I can't tell if it's ingenious or insane or both, but like crazy talk. When I saw that, I literally laughed out loud. I was like, this is unhinged. But I respect it. Because she doesn't play like a critical critical role in this game at all. But like, it's just funny that you were like Reba.
I can't help it.
That woman that sits over there with the falcon, Reba.
If you look up Reba from Tremors, right? Like a younger Reba, you can't look at that and tell me that she couldn't play Hawthorne.
You know, it's really the utility vest that's really sold me on it.
In like the 5 guns that she has on her.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. She was great in that movie. But yeah, that's who I'm picking. I'm sticking with it. I had somebody else, but I'm not even going to mention the other person because Reba is just the right choice.
No, I don't like your other choice. So we're going to move on.
Okay, cool.
Mine, I chose Aubrey Plaza because I just thought it would be, she's such a limited character, but I feel like it's those random like side characters that can add these like moments of levity, especially because this character isn't critical and she kind of hates Guardians, you know, like she's the voice of humanity. So she's like you guys are all like, you guys die all the time. Like we're out here just trying to survive. Like I think that she would bring like some humor to it that would be funny.
Yeah, I can see that. I can really see that. Like the dry humor too. I don't know. There's something about now that I'm really kind of stopping and thinking about the way that Hawthorne's voice sounds, I could really see Aubrey doing.
You could see Aubrey, really, but I love. But let's pretend that Reba's in it. Let's pretend she's there. Let's pretend it's Reba.
I would love it. I would love that universe. 100%. I'm all about it.
Honestly, we should just do one episode that's an unhinged fan casting.
That would be amazing.
Like just the most random fan castings in the world.
That would be great. That would be completely just, unhinged madness.
We've had 2 alcoholic beverages and we just do the first person that pops into our mind for random movies.
That would be amazing. I think you just came up with I think you just came up with new content. This is great.
No, the fan casting is so hard.
Fan casting's hard, yeah, but if we just had a couple of, adult beverages and then we just spit out names and the first person that comes to mind, I think that would be great. Anyways, back on point. All right, next one.
Yep, moving on.
I feel like we're going to have to just do a quick recap at the end too, because we're talking a lot in between all of these, as I'm talking a lot in between all of these right now. So next one, Callus. I said Ron Perlman.
I like that.
I feel like, I really liked him in Hellboy. Mm-hmm. He's a really good character actor, and I feel like he'd be a great Callus.
I saw that. Whenever you put that, I was like, oh, that's a good one. I think that he since it's all voice acting, I'm not trying to cast somebody that looks like Callus because that's rude as hell. Playing, I feel like because Callus is like this, like almost indulgent, charming, but also evil villain. That's kind of just obsessed with surviving. Like I think Ron Perlman would do that really well. I think Hellboy showed how well and his voice is so unique. And so it's so noticeable. Like you're like, oh, it's Ron Perlman. Behind whatever, prosthetics, whatever he's doing, that's Ron Perlman,
Yeah.
I chose Alfred Molina, who plays, to me, his most famous role, most like identifiable role was, Otto Octavius in Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. But I think he does that like megalomaniac, like the sense of grandeur, power really, really well. So I just immediately, like, he was the first person I thought of. I don't know why. Just because he could be over the top, but sinister and like charming. And I don't know, there's something about Alfred Molina that I'll always love. But that was my immediate first thought.
I dig it. And that's the first role that I think of him in for whatever reason, but he's done so much.
He's done so much, and I don't want to discount that at all by any means, but being a millennial, that like my first true experience with him was Spider-Man 2. And just being so like enamored with his performance. like it clicked for me. Who's like this? It's hard to like Callus is hard because there's this like charm he has to him.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, oh, you're this selfish, self-indulgent person, but there's like a charm to it because you're saying all these nice things to me as like the guardian, you know. So it's towing that line for me, and I feel like there's very few people that can do that.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I like it. I like it a lot. Next one. The Witness.
The big baddie.
I went with Benicio del Toro.
Which I love. Benicio is incredible. I
think so too. I pictured him. I don't know. When I thought of The Witness, he came to mind, and then I couldn't think of anybody else that could really do it better. I just feel like he's a great actor, number one. Excuse me. But I just feel like the charisma in his voice, I don't know, like there's just something that he can do that, I mean, and The Witness is like it's a lot of
voices like layered on top of each other.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of depth there. I think he would really just kill it.
No, I agree. I mean, I love Benicio. Him in The Wolfman is one of my favorite performances ever. And he's so hot. Like, I will stand beside that. But no, I get it. I think that if he layered his voices in different ways, I think it would sound really, really cool.
It would sound cool.
You know, I went with Mark Strong. I originally wrote Mark Green. I was like, who the fuck is Mark Green? I was like, what was I doing during that time that I wrote something completely off topic? Mark Strong. I think that he also has one of those intimidating voices, but also kind of looked like The Witness to me, like bald, kind of has like that really intense, like piercing eyes.
He does.
Not that The Witness is going to be also a character that you would have like live action. It's going to be probably a CGI photoshopped in kind of character. But if they wanted to go practical effects, I think that he could do it. But I think, again, his voice layered in different ways would be really cool too. And he has always had this almost menacing presence. Even when he's like in a good guy role, he just has a presence. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I just immediately was like, yep, that's the one. I've always loved him.
He's so good. And like every movie I've seen him in, he's been great.
Yeah, I mean, even I just recently watched him in Dune Prophecy, and he plays like this almost like, I'm not going to say like an idiot emperor type, but he like is very easily manipulated. But even then, when he walks into a room, there's like a presence still to him. When he's being controlled by these other factors and stuff like that around him, he still has he gives emperor, he gives power, you know?
Yeah, no, he's good. And he's got a really strong voice too. Like it just, like you said, that commanding presence I feel is there too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one. God.
This one you struggled with, I feel like.
I struggled with big time. And
I still feel like you're struggling with it.
I'm still him to this point, but you know what? Nimbus's character, you're right. It was bad writing, right?
I love Nimbus's character. It's a hot take. Nimbus is obviously a non-binary, like half machine, half human type person, but I mean, I think you thought about it in almost a literal sense, and I thought about it in I thought about who can play that, like the whimsy but also seriousness that the role requires. If we were going based on the story, I think that it was written not well. So I think that they tried to fill that Cade role and didn't exactly execute it really well.
I think you're right. You just saying that they tried to fill that Cade role with like another person that was just kind of like shooting from the hip type of thing, and just kind of, I think that hit it right there. I couldn't look. I'm still struggling with my choice, but you know what, y'all? I said Pauly Shore. What am I thinking? I'm not. But I feel like, you know what? I'm going to say it. I feel like he could totally do it. I feel like they could totally do it.
I mean, sure. Or sure.
um, yeah, that's my choice. I couldn't think of anybody else, and then it just popped in my head, and I'm just like, you know what? That's it. I'm going with it.
I
And they haven't
mean,
worked in a long time, so you'd probably be happy to get the role, right?
sure.
Okay.
For me, it's not obviously not who I chose.
No.
I didn't. I googled non-binary characters, and then I was like, duh, and it's Emma Darcy, like from House of Dragon. They're incredible. I think that their personality is very like grounded, but also like silly. Like there's a silly side that they could bring out. But I think that if they were to write this story, I think they would have to change how they wrote Nimbus for it. And obviously, like these, they're in the game. They're called Cloud Striders. They're like 9 feet tall, half like robotic, almost like Terminator-esque looking. So I'm like, it's more voice acting than it would be physicality. So you can kind of play with it a little bit more.
You can. You know what? I thought about somebody else just now. What about Vince Vaughn?
What the fuck? What is with this like 80s, 90s like holdover comedy actors that aren't non-binary
I know,
in these non-binary roles?
Look, I tried. I searched for non-binary actors and I couldn't find anybody there that fit more than Pauly Shore. I don't know. It's just because Pauly Shore's voice kind of look, I'll be honest. I Googled like actors that are like airheads. Because that's how I see Nimbus. It's just like this complete kind of surfer dude, almost like, excuse me, my allergies are going crazy. But yeah, I see him like as like the surfer dude, kind of like too cool for school type of person. Like, whoa, man. Like, and that's why I thought like Pauly Shore, because that's his character. That's his shtick.
I mean, but I'm doing it because they would have to rewrite this character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they would have to completely redo it. So I just stayed away from the trope that they kind of stuck with. And I'm like, they would have to redo the story anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That's how I approached it. But I mean, I'm not saying yours is wrong. Like yours is yours. No. You chose Reba for Hawthorne. So
I did. And I feel like everybody's going to love it.
I mean, I low-key love it because I just love the chaos of it. I'm going to be honest. I love the chaos of it.
Well, thank you. And yeah, next one is Sloan.
Mm-hmm. This is our last one, actually.
Yeah, I feel like it's the last one. I feel like we missed some people, though. I don't know why.
We did. Well, because I'm like, because last episode was like an hour long. We did this.
We're
already at 40 minutes.
I know. So let's finish it. So Sloan, I struggled with this one too. I don't know why, and I came up with that last second like person, and I think it actually fits really well. Sandra Bernhard.
I love that.
I really thought like I saw them on, like I saw the face and I was like, this fits Sloan for whatever reason to me. And like, just kind of like that, I don't know, that attitude kind of. And I feel like Sandra's always had an attitude in the characters that she's played. And I feel like, it's a good fit.
No, I loved that. I thought it was, I mean, she was top of mind for me too, just because of, she's also in Severance. But no, I thought that was a funny choice. Because Sloan kind of plays this in the beginning of the game. Obviously, she comes back and she's more like, I don't want to say like dull, but she's more serious. Like she definitely has more of a serious tone versus when you first meet her. It's there's a little bit of cheekiness in there, I guess, what you would say. But I think Sandra Bernhard would do a great job. I went with Linda Hamilton just because I think we were talking about Nimbus and I was thinking Terminator and I was like, oh my God, Linda Hamilton would be a great Sloan.
It is a great Sloan.
Because, I mean, Linda Hamilton's the OG don't say OG action star, but she's one of those original, Sarah Connor, the Terminator.
She's badass.
She's just a badass, and that's what Sloane is. Sloane is like this badass, like physically present person, and I don't know. I just thought
it's great.
Linda Hamilton,
it's genius. I can see it.
We were riffing, and I was like, "Oh my god, Linda Hamilton!" You're like, "That's a good one." So I was like, "I'm gonna stick with it."
I feel like it's one of the stronger picks out of everything. Yeah,
it's
super good.
I mean, the strongest, hands down, Reba.
Reba, y'all. I'm telling you, go back and watch Tremors, and you'll see why I picked her.
I mean, I have yet to watch Tremors. It's probably on my list.
It's so good.
But no, I mean, we left a few off. There were some notable ones that I thought of, and I think we were looking through it, and we're like, well, where's Deborah? And I'm like, well, Deborah just plays as like a vendor. Same thing with Shahan. Like, there's characters that played as like a vendor. There are also like people that I don't feel like make a huge impact to the story or haven't had much voice acting. You have so many new characters that have come out recently, and then there's older characters that just didn't have any voice lines. So it's like, you could just do a voice modulator with almost any of the actors we've cast and been like, well, they could do. So those are my 2 cents. But yes, don't come for us if we forgot anybody. It's because we hit the most of them. We didn't even have to do Hawthorne, but we did. As soon as I saw Reba, I was like, we're talking about it. We're talking about it.
So just to give you guys a quick recap of our choices, if that's good. I'm sure. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm sitting here talking to nobody, talking to the screen because Trey's typing stuff on the screen and I can see what he's typing. And
oh my god,
yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Just so you guys have a background on how this all works. It's magic. I was just going to give a quick wrap up because I know we talked a lot in between. So I just wanted to, put it out there, put it fresh in your brain. So it's just going to go down my list here. So for Osiris, I picked Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
Saint 14 is Luke Evans. Drifter, Matthew McConaughey. Anna Bray, Sarah Hyland. Savathun, Deborah Wilson. Hawthorne, Reba McEntire. And Callus, Ron Perlman. And my witness is Benicio del Toro. And then for Nimbus, I did Pauly Shore and Sloane, Sandra Bernhard.
I love it.
Those are mine.
Mine, Osiris is Oded Fair. Saint 14 is Trammell Tillman. Drifter is Manny Jacinto. Anna Bray is Anna Sawai. Savathun Deborah Wilson, icon that she is. Hawthorne Aubrey Plaza. Callus Alfred Molina. The Witness Mark Strong. Nimbus Emma Darcy. And then Sloane Linda Hamilton. That is our little recap.
That is our recap, and that about does it. I mean, we casted all of the important characters, I feel like. And so, yeah, because y'all don't message us and tell us what we miss for stuff.
Stop.
Makes me mad. Messages, please. I'm lonely. All right. No, but that's pretty much everything that we have. And like Trey said, we probably missed some people, but don't come for us. We're just doing the best we can. I think Reba's theme song for a show says something about that. Anyways, that's all we have for this episode. So I can't think of anything to say. I'm just gonna sing awkwardly and then just go silent. Bye.